Hi everybody, it's Christy again. I've paid no attention to the mess in the background. I swear I'm going to get it picked up at some point, or I'm going to get a better way to hide it. One of the two. So, anyway, finally got in my IPSY. I've been so anxious to get this, especially after the Birch boxes and the just, not enjoying them. So, I want to show you that. But first, I want to show you these couple little things I picked up at Walmart earlier today. I am going to try messing with highlighting more, but because highlighting and bronzing, but because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not prepared to spend a lot of money on it right now. So, we were at Walmart, and I picked up the e.l.f. Golden little 4-pack kit, and I have actually applied it, not that you can totally see. I already had brushes, thanks to Darla. And then I also picked up this really awesome angled little brush. Don't know if you actually saw that or not. There we go. Really excited to use that. And because you just never know when you're going to need it, makeup removers. I'm of two minds about these. Mostly I use them right now because I've been doing more makeup. Like, for a really long time, all I did was my eyes. And when all you do is your eyes, you don't need to mess with taking off. You don't need a whole cloth that is just huge. So I have that. I've had makeup removers before, and I just rub them down my eyes with the cotton balls or the little rounds. But the last one I got is so oily, and just it leaves my face feeling icky. So, oh, I need something to drink before I choke to death on screen. Seems my options are orange mango or tangerine mango. I feel like it's such a complicated choice. We'll go with Skinny Girl today. Trying these out, trying to make myself drink something. I like water. I like iced tea. But sometimes you need something carbonated. So this is a bad idea because I tend to get belchy. Okay. I love that. Okay. IPSY. Pull out the card first. Ooh. She's so pretty. The heat is on. We've cranked up the cool on IPSY.com with new insider how-to tips, tricks, and videos. Product scoops, tips and tricks, and then lookbook. I'm thinking that's supposed to be inspiration, but inspo. That needs to not be a word. Alright. Yeah, that'll have to get picked up. Ooh. It's so sparkly. Love it. I actually love this bag. I mean, I like most of the bags anyway. Alright, first item up on top is Latte Cream Concrete. Makeup primer, moisturizing cream, makeup remover. Yeah. So, oh, I remember seeing something about this. Oh my goodness. It comes with like a little instructional sheet in English. No. Ha ha ha. Found the English. You'll be happy to know this was made on recycled paper. Super Success. Basically, I think if I remember reading it correctly, you can, if you put it on before your makeup, you can do one thing. If you take it, you can use it to take off makeup. I don't know. It's a little weird, I think, that it's like it's a primer and a remover. I don't know. I probably would just use it for one. Inside the box is you get this little guy. Kind of afraid to pop it open. I don't know if it's got a shelf life or not. Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Let's do it. You see, it's sealed. Like, actually sealed, and it's got the little minty thing. So let's do it. Whoa! Put the lid back on so we don't waste any more. Didn't we? Perhaps have my hand be really moist. Yeah, it smells kind of medicinally. Ooh. Oh. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, excuse me. Don't know why I'm tired. Okay. Second thing. Ha! This is the exact same one that Darla gave me. So I now have a million things of mascara. Awesome. Always need more. Put that in my box now. Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. I told my friend Darla I would come over and we would do this. I know Bunny loves these. Glam Glow Mud Mask. I'm excited about that. Yeah, Darla told me she hated me. Always fun. We have banana setting powder. I don't know what to do with this, but I will find out. Darla probably knows. Darla is like a goddess of makeup, and she's in love as much as other people. And then a brush. The Santi, it's an eyeshadow brush. Oh, my police say that's just like a funky bend in the... This is weird. Look. This section over here. That's annoying. Okay. It's eyeshadow 2. So. Yay! Stuff. I love these things. Bags are so helpful. I will figure out what to put in this one too. Ugh. Nice brush. I do kind of like it. I wonder how this thing, if this had a scent. No, probably wouldn't anyway, but... Okay, well that was all of that stuff. Not lots. I'll show you a couple other things I picked up though. To give you a hint at something I'm going to be working on. Picked up some needles. And black thread. And can't really see it. It is a I need better lighting. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Not really. A deep blue ribbon that I'm going to use. And then, whoa! Okay, let's stop there. And then this one is this really cool black with the shimmery. I have 2 shirts that I'm in the process of reworking. And sorry about that. Colors on all wonky. Let's try this again. There we go. Now you can see it better. In the process of reworking. Probably, I might sew them up today. I might work on them on Sunday. I'll be home all day Sunday. My dad's going to see Man of La Mancha with some friends. And tomorrow I have an ice cream social. I might get some Snapchats with my best friend. Probably will not get much in the way of video, but I don't know. Maybe I will record looking at all the bowls and picking one out and things like that. Love that. So the ice cream social thing, I should explain that to you. Start at the beginning. Several years ago, my mom and when she was going through cancer, she had what she called the ladies. She always had 2 or 3 ladies with her. Well, I guess 1 to 2 ladies, up to 4, sometimes more, I think, with her when she would do her chemo. It was such an awesome group of ladies. She was their rock, and I think they were her rock in a way. Anyway, so they would do other events, including tea parties, and my mom got them to do a ceramics painting class. They actually made a tea set. They, like the whole thing, I think it's an 8-piece set. And they cleaned the things, got them fired and baked, and just, they did all of this stuff. And I don't know who discovered, probably my mom. They discovered this thing, and it was a chili feed put on by the Pottery Guild. But the cool thing was that you would go and you spend like $10 to $12, and you would get a handmade bowl. The Pottery Guild would work like all year, and one of the projects would be to make these bowls, and they could make them, design it however they wanted, and then they paint them, and then they would do different types of glazings and firing so that they were like machine washable, completely usable for food, all sorts of stuff. And then you could like wander through, and every single bowl was one of a kind. And Cheryl and I, we did that a couple of years ago, but that was a really hard one because she was dealing with some stuff with her mom. That was after my mom had passed. And it was after my mom had passed, and after she had her mother had found out that she had cancer. So kind of like, not a bad memory, just I kind of felt like maybe it wasn't the best thing for us. So last year I heard about this ice cream one, and I thought, that sounds like fun. Same basic thing. It's the first year they did it, and it's in Manitou Park, which is a beautiful park. Oh, if you have a chance to come here, it's one of the most pretty. It's actually designed, I believe, by the same guy who did Central Park, so it gives you a hint. And Manitou means something of nature, spirit of nature. That's it. It's a local native dialect. Anyway. So we went, and she had her son, who was not yet 1 at the time, and it was the same basic thing. You picked out a bowl, and you spent about $12, and you got to have ice cream. And it was fun, and I'm like, this could be our thing. So I found out on Facebook they were doing it again, and I went, do you want to go? So it looks like it'll be 3 of us again. I told her that her husband was invited. If he ever wanted to come, I wasn't against it. He's a nice guy. I do like him. But I do know that she also tries to keep our time like our time. She wants us to have some time together, and I think that's something I really like. There's a reason we've been best friends for 22 years. 22 years. Yeah. So she and her son will be there, and we'll be hanging out tomorrow. Having, looking through the bowls and picking it out. So that'll be fun. So what I might do today is either get started on some of the sewing, which will all be by hand because I just don't feel like getting out my sewing machine. I'm lazy. And then, excuse me. Or, I don't know, we'll see, or I'll do it on Sunday. There's a possibility I'll be picking up more babysitting hours, which would be really nice if this could turn into something that's a nicely paid job, so I can pay off my car, finally get that picked up. It's been a hard year for me for cars. Took a trip down to Portland for work. Basically arrived, worked same day, and then went to my brother's place to spend the night, headed out to go to Whole Foods for the first time, never been, and my car suddenly died, so I had to call around to see if I could find a place that could look at it. I called one place and they said we're full. I called another place, they said we don't have, or it would be like over a week. The second place said we couldn't even look at it for at least a week. It's less time, I think, but it was still a lot of time. And then they were like, you could call that place, the first place I called, and I said, oh, I talked with them. And he goes, oh, well then you could call this place. And I went, okay, this is good. So this is, you know, if place A, which had great reviews online, is getting recommended by place 2, which also had good reviews online, and place 3 also had good reviews online, then I would go with that. So they towed my car, and discovery was the transmission had died. It was a 93 Subaru Impreza wagon. Was before they called the Sport. Those cars, my baby. I adore that car. I still miss it, and it's been since February. So that happened, and it was going to cost too much to get it fixed, so I had to abandon my car down there. And then I went back down in May, I think it was, for another job, borrowing a car from a friend, lady I babysit for. halfway through the work week, the starter went. We were able to get that one. I drove all the way home. That was one of those really long days. Just was long in the sense of I got up at like 5:30 and didn't get to bed till 2:30 the next morning. It was long, and then I was working and then driving. It was long, and then I had a full-blown panic attack when I accidentally left my purse in somebody else's car, and yeah. So I told my dad, I said, I don't want to take a car back down to Portland. I'm not going to Portland this year in a car. I don't trust it. It seems like a really bad idea. So anyway, if this job thing works out, it would be so nice. Would love to be able to basically watch the kids that I already watch and enjoyed watching, and they seem to like me, watch them and get paid for it instead of just having use of the car. So anyway, I might see about setting up. I get really impatient with stuff, so what I might end up doing is like setting up the camera in such a way to just record me as I sew, but there's gonna be a lot of hand sewing, and then probably me watching the videos while I'm doing it, YouTube videos, or trying to catch Pokemon. So we'll see. Oh, that was awesome. So I didn't get the game. Everybody's talking about it. I didn't get the game until earlier this week, and then until later this week, and I just, it took me a while to get to that point and everything. I don't know why. I am really sorry. So, yesterday I was hanging out with the kids, babysitting, and I let them hold on to my phone, which is probably better, while I was driving. And earlier in the day, I don't know what happened. It just like came into my head, and I was suddenly, I did this line from Music Man, the song. And I went, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, pick, talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, pick, talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, pick, talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk, cheep, 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 cheep. And the kids are like, what was that? And I said, oh, sorry. So I said, do you want to hear the actual song? So I played the actual song for Larissa, and the second half of that song is Good Night Lady. It says, good night. Sorry, I don't have the best of singing voices, and I'm sorry. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. And then it's farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Something like that. I remember exactly. So I was singing that, and then Larissa and I were singing that after the baseball game. And when we reached the second time, I would be like, "We're going to leave you now," and I was just blasting it out, and then it's just such a fast and easy song to learn that Vaughn was singing with us. Like, driving down the road, this truck has no AC, windows are all the way down, and we are just singing our hearts out. This song from a musical from like the 50s. I just think it actually is like 52. Same year my parents were born. So it's just like, what? And then I had also seen, there's a cartoon that came out before Pokemon Go came out, believe it or not. And it has Pikachu, and it says, I came at it like, how was it? Came at it like a I came at it like a Pokeball. All I wanted was to catch them all. So we would sing that, and like even earlier on in the day, we were driving down the road, and I don't remember what came up, but I was talking about a house, and I'm like, it's fancy. So on Snapchat, if you follow me, you should follow me. Try it again. On Snapchat, there's I posted a video when I got back with the kids of us going fancy, and then one of us singing the Pokeball song. So and I'm like, I think I'm teaching your children bad habits. And she goes, no, I do the same thing with them. So you say we had fun, and then drove home. Drove very slowly home so I could get the steps on my Pokemon eggs. And then one of the community colleges has like 1,000,000 Pokestops. I'm just driving around all over the place to get Pokestops, and I picked up a couple Pokemon. So it was a fun day. Sorry I didn't get any videotaped of it. It's just sometimes it's really hard with the kids because I feel a little unsure about doing too much with them since they're not mine, and I don't want to push things, and just protecting them. They are 7 and 11 or 8 and 11. It's just they're young, So, but I promise I will get Vaughn one of these days. I will get Vaughn recorded. Like I said, if you watch Snapchat when I babysit them, I take pictures with them. We did. It's really hard to get 3 people into a picture. So I did the best I could with just 2 of us. So we had fun. That was the important thing. I figured that's the important thing. So okay. All right. Well, so hopefully you'll see something coming up soon with me working on the 2 shirts I've got. Actually, be 3. I have a 3rd piece that I bought one of the ribbons to edit. So we'll see. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my website as well for the jewelry. Feel free to message me, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up if you like this. And yeah, I will catch you next time. Bye.